Hey guys, Alex Kahn here, and it's that time of the year again when John Schneider puts out a movie from his own movie studios, and I was pretty excited about this movie coming up. It's not Christmas Cars that came out last year. That movie was fantastic. I love John Schneider's sense of humor, but this movie was called Stand on It, and I've made some vlogs before about kickstarting this movie project, and I showed off pictures of his Dodge Challenger Hellcat that he was going to use in that movie. And yeah, I just been vlogging about it. But today was very special, the day before Thanksgiving, because through email, John Schneider gave all of his Kickstarters um, access to check out this movie before it releases on on his digital platform, and also through a physical copy on DVD, which I do plan to get. But yeah, stand on it. This movie is a homage to the Smokey and the Bandit movie, starring Burt Reynolds, who I actually had the pleasure of meeting him a few years ago when he came to Orlando. He was one of my my movie iconic heroes. Definitely in some of my favorite car movies of all time, Smokey and the Bandit, White Lightning. Those movies were top notch. And Burt Reynolds, man, that guy was the man, and I'm very happy that I got to meet him. Eventually, I do plan to meet John Schneider, and honestly, I was gonna try to meet him when they were filming Stand on It in Louisiana, but that's when the coronavirus broke out and things, a lot of my plans fell through, so I didn't get to meet him, and I didn't get a chance to pop up in this Stand on It movie, which I'm very sad by, because when I looked at the movie, man, he had so many of his fans out there, and I can tell they had a great time making this movie. So, what I want to do, I want to give you guys a little review of this movie. No real spoilers, because this movie isn't out for everybody else. It's only out for the people who kickstarted it. So, just to make it fair, no spoilers. Well, I mean, you guys seen Smoking the Bandit. It's basically Smoking the Bandit, but with a John Schneider's touch to it. So, this movie, to be fair, I'm going to start off with the negatives, and then I'll give you the positives, because as an unbiased movie reviewer, I have to give you things that I didn't like, and then give you things that I did like. So trust me when I say this, there are more things that I liked about this movie versus things that I didn't like. So we'll start with the negatives. Uh, there's only two really negative things that I could think about this movie. One was the dialogue track on this movie. It sounded a little finicky, when the actors are talking. It sounded like they added the sound back in post production, but it's fine. It was fine. But that was my biggest gripe about this movie was listening to them. Was listening to the dialogue audio track. My second gripe, and I think this is connected to the coronavirus. They did use a lot more green screen than they used than say in Christmas Cars, and I think a lot of this green screen was used because of the coronavirus. I remember it shutting down a lot of production when John Schneider planned to film a lot of these scenes. So I'm pretty sure that's why he used a bit more green screen than was normal. So those are the negatives. The positives. The positive. I love the sense of humor in this movie. It's got that, that good old fashioned Dukes of Hazzard humor in it. It's Some people will consider it cheesy, over the top, but I consider it to be family fun. This is the kind of movie you could pop into your movie, and it doesn't matter how old anybody is who comes to visit you, because anyone can appreciate this movie. It's not something that's really R rated, where there's a lot of violence, a lot of swearing. This was a pretty family friendly film. So I like the humor, and I know I said the dialogue was kind of hard to hear at points, but I love the dialogue in this movie. It was definitely very Dukes of Hazzardy, and there are a lot of really like fun movie references. So that was pretty cool. Like there really was a lot of like good like movie jokes inside this movie, and just make sure you're paying attention, because a lot of it you might miss. Excuse me. Um, I love John Schneider in this movie, but you already know that he's always been a great actor, and I think everyone put a pretty good performance. But I also liked a lot the sheriff, the Louisiana sheriff in this movie. I guess he's supposed to be the equivalent of Jackie Gleason's uh, Buford T. Justice. This sheriff in this movie, he's like this really buffed sheriff guy, but he was never, like a bad guy. Like John Schneider made it a point that in his movies, even the bad guys are basically good guys. Like everyone has redeeming things about themselves. No one is completely bad. So this guy, he just, well, no spoilers, but this guy was excellent in this movie. Like if they were still filming Dukes of Hazzard today, this sheriff would have fit right at home in the Dukes of Hazzard. So that guy was awesome, very awesome. Um, oh yeah, and then most importantly for me who loves cars, I loved the car designs on the Dodge Challenger Hellcat, and they also added character to the semi truck, the 18 wheeler that was hauling around the cargo. We'll call it cargo. But I loved what John Schneider did with the Dodge Challenger. It's a modern Dodge Challenger. I forgot what year it was. It's 17, 16, 18. I forgot. But he added a basically like a T-top to it, so it kind of pays homage to Burt Reynolds' Trans Am in the original Smokey and the Bandit. So I'm assuming they just got like a chainsaw and just cut away a Targa roof shape on top of the Challenger. It looked really cool. And I don't know if you guys got a good look at it, but I've been following this project since John Schneider's been announcing it, and he's been posting pictures. So I've been looking at the car decals that he put on this car. Like if you look at the hood, you can see this really cool bird design on it. So that also pays homage to the Firebird Trans Am design on that Smokey and the Bandit hood. That was cool. So yeah, I really dug the car, but I already know what happens to the car because they actually did an actual car jump over the Tickfall River, and that destroyed that car. I don't know if they had another car, um, because this is all basically coming from John Schneider and the Kickstarter's wallets. I I don't think he had more than one car due to budget reasons. Um, but I really dug that car. I wish we could have seen that car do more car stunts. I guess that's one more other gripe is I wish I could have seen a lot more car action out of this Challenger before it made that jump. But I'm pretty sure the jump's the last thing they filmed with that. Um, oh, but something that's really great about this movie is you can tell John Schneider loves his fans because a lot of the footage in this movie it came from his Bose Extravaganza. That's his own little festival, his Dukes of Hazzard festival, where all of his fans come to celebrate. But he had a lot of footage of them from his Extravaganza, and he put it into the movie. So that was really cool. And I think a lot of the actors who appeared in this movie were also fans, and he found a way to squeeze some of them into this movie. So yeah, that was if you're a fan of John Schneider and you see the lengths he went through to please his fans and just to make a fun movie, then I think you'll appreciate this movie for what it is. Um, I personally, I like this movie a lot. It's very fun, despite some of the dialogue sound levels. I still think Christmas Cars, bam, is my favorite John Schneider movie. That movie was fantastic. I'm probably gonna watch that in December when it comes. Well, I already have the movie, but I'm definitely gonna watch that in December when Christmas comes. Although in Florida we don't really have Christmas, it's always gonna be like 80 degrees probably. But yeah, Christmas Cars. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it. I'm not sure if they have physical copies of that movie yet, but I highly recommend getting the physical copy of that because it's something that you want to watch over and over. Like digital's cool, I guess it saves resources, but I'm the kind of guy. If it's a movie I really like, I'm gonna get the physical copy. So I got the physical copy. I even got a poster too. Oh, I also have John Schneider's a book, which I forgot to put into my mise en scene. But basically, in that book, you learn that John Schneider was actually in Smokey and the Bandit, the first movie with Burt Reynolds. And if you read the book, you can see how he got into a small clip in that movie. All right, time's up. Thank you guys for watching this, guys. and actually, it's still going. But I think I said everything I wanted to say. If you're a John Schneider fan, check out this movie. Um, I think that's it. And eventually, I want to wait. I want to make my way out to Bo's Extravaganza, and cool, my thing's still going. But yeah, you've seen enough of me. Go watch this movie.